meditated on the cards. I pre-shuffled them just to save a little bit of time in the video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card from each of my new decks. I love when I get new decks. It's exciting. It's just like getting a new car or new crystals for me. But the reason I wanted to make a video is because I know a lot of people are going through some things emotionally, and I saw a post today that made me like really think about it, and it just reminded me that not everyone has the emotional strength to get through what they go through. And part of that has to do with, I feel like in society a lot of people don't deal with and process their emotions. So for someone like myself, if you're like very strong-minded or strong-willed, or if you've had a lot of trauma in your life, you're more used to traumatic events and getting through them, and not everyone is. And given all of the, what's going on in the skies energetically with our recent ending of our eclipse season that we had for the past 18 months, with Mars entering into Aries, with the recent Venus and Mercury retrograde, which I'm just going to turn that over because I don't want to look at the cards yet. Mercury actually goes direct tomorrow. I wanted to shuffle that, so let me just shuffle that one more time. And today, Chiron goes retrograde. So everybody that we know to some degree has been going through something emotionally, and for everyone it's something different. And to you and I, someone may be going through something and it may not seem like a big deal, but to that person it is, and vice versa. What we're going through or what we carry pain with in the moment means everything to us, and to someone else is like, come on, like, why are you upset about that? Like, you're better than that. But I think that it's important to start acknowledging that a lot of people are going through it. This card here. All right. So in that case, I mean, it's obvious globally that there's a lot going on in the world that is affecting everyone on different levels. But also energetically, it's kind of empowering those situations and adding more heaviness to them. So that's why I wanted to make this reading, because if you are someone, I don't have many subscribers right now, but for those that do watch me, I hope that if you are going through something, I just wanted to pull a few cards that can maybe help bring some ease or understanding to you, or to at least to acknowledge that if I don't know you, or if I do know you and I don't speak to you often, just to acknowledge that, I understand that you're going through something. And yes, it could be hard, and yes, it could be trying, and yes, it could lead to a road of depression. It could lead to a road of self-sabotage, and I don't want to see anyone go down that path. And just remember that we all heal. This is a very long season of things coming in and disrupting our lives, but it is a season, and it will get better. So again, this is very broad. I specifically don't have any ideas in mind that I could think of other than the obvious ones. But this is for you guys. Also, so Chiron is going retrograde, so real small backstory on that. I'm actually gonna present myself for the first time. I look crazy. I don't know if my camera's gonna catch me or not. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to hold it. I need a new stand. I need a new everything. So Chiron is an asteroid, and what Chiron is it represents the wounded healer. And that is an asteroid of someone who self-sabotages, basically. Someone who can't heal themselves. They could heal other people, but they can't heal themselves. So like if you are really good at helping other people with money or advice or with compassion, but you don't take your own advice and you don't show that to yourself, that's an example of the wounded healer. And so Chiron is going retrograde, and so it is going to bring up emotions of us maybe not wanting to give too much to other people, not wanting to help those people that we normally help in such a self-sacrificing way, to where we're not receiving that back from them. So it's gonna affect all of you in different areas of your life, depending on, it's going retrograde in Aries, depending on where Aries falls in your astrology chart. And you may be cutting some ties to situations or people, as you should, to open up doors to have more people around you that can respect what you give them. So that's just a broad overview. You can look into Chiron and retrograde. It's going to be retrograde until December, so it's a very long time to be going through this. So it could be smoother for some and really hard for other people. You're going to go through a lot of heart healing. And it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because I feel like I will question, if I'm cutting myself off from doing something good for somebody else, am I wrong for that? So you may juggle some type of things as far as like your ethics. So that's that, and let's get back to these cards. These are, alright. Put it down more. Alright, perfect. Alright, so this new deck that I got, and I may need to read from like the books because I don't memorize them all. So this is the Queen of Oracle Moon card, and then I got a Fairy Godmother card, and then I got a cute little deck called the Notes from the Universe. So the Moon card that came out is Action, the waxing gibbous moon. So I'm just gonna, let me censor this out. I'm going to show that to you guys for a second. And I'm actually going to move these over so I could just place that card there so you could kind of focus on it. Or put it on this side. Okay. So let me look at it again. So it is to me she looks like a fairy under the moon, and she's kind of like jumping towards the moon, as in like she's free. Like that jump for joy. So the first thing when I saw the word action, I thought of Aries, because Mars just went into Aries, and in my previous videos where I did sign specific readings, I kind of went into where Aries and Mars affects you, whether you're a sun, moon, or rising sign. So definitely check that out, and it'll give you a little more specific as to what area of your life Mars and Aries will be affecting you. But Mars is the planet of action, and so is the sign of Aries. So you will be actively doing something, and the fact that Chiron is currently in Aries, is going to be going retrograde, just shows that whatever decisions you make as far as healing and your surroundings, like, these are, you're definitely going to act on them. So keep that in mind. So it says, the time has come to take action. Let go of your paralysis. Let go of your burdens, step by step. Mantra: I am responsible and ready to take action. Sometimes we are afraid to move forward. This is natural. Change can be difficult, and if we have been hurt or have failed before, we are anxious about what may happen if we instigate change. Maybe we think it's easier and safer to just tread some water for a while. Instead of taking a joyful action towards the things we truly desire, such as the writing of a book, undertaking study, accepting a new job, or seeking a better relationship, we balk, we freeze, we do not take the steps we could, and so we remain stagnant. We don't grow. This moon phase encourages us to embrace action. Action is part of our humanity. We are not made to hide and refuse to blossom. Companion stone or metal, rhodonite. So definitely look up the crystal rhodonite and see how that resonates with you. That may be a good stone for you to carry with you while you are going through these things. So the first thing that I get when I'm, seeing this is that maybe this is a time coming where this is something that you need to do and you just haven't done it, and that you're sacrificing yourself for the sake of others. Okay? Alright, so the next card was the Fairy Godmother. So we got vulnerability. She's hiding in the mirror, and it looks like a queen. She has a crown on her. It's behind her. And she's like soothing her. So this card to me, like, it jumps out to me because I recently, very newly, just started this YouTube channel, and I'm scared to be vulnerable and put myself out there, which is why I really haven't, I don't know, for some reason I've been camera shy lately. I just really, I don't like the attention, that type of attention. I'm not that type of person. But I, for some reason, have been camera shy. And it is it's a fear of putting myself out there and a way for people to see me and to hear me in a way that they haven't before. Now, this isn't like, I don't hide this from anyone that knows me. There's a large group of people that I'm really close to, friends, family, over the years. Who I am has been constant, but it's expanding on who I am that that I hold back on. So that's how that card feels to me, or relates to me in my personal life. And it could relate to you in some type of way as well, to be scared, to be vulnerable. So, putting that together with Chiron and healing, you may be scared in some way to heal a part of yourself. So let's read the card. Vulnerability. So the mantra is, a risk to vulnerability. But knowing when to trust is key. Your hurts, emotions tell the tale, and thus this truth removes the veil. Take heed, be wise, take my advice. Before you answer, please think twice. Fairy Godmother's message. Your increasing sensitivity leaves you rather susceptible to emotional injury. You're an easy target. for you tend to wear your heart on your sleeve. This has left you open to criticism, verbal attacks, and judgment. Not everyone is as kind and sweet as you. It can make you appear weak. I must stress that I have used the word appear, for I know, without a shadow of doubt, that you are not really like the person you come across to others. However, you are easily hurt and find it hard to brush off any negativity that has been directed your way. Because you have never felt completely accepted for who you are, you tend to welcome people at face value. It is important to take a risk, and one must be vulnerable at times to uncertainties along the way. However, I have watched from nearby as you have beautifully put your trust in those who have gone on to lie, cheat, and betray you. But fear not, for I am here to protect you from being a sitting duck this time. An offer is about to be made that will bring a smile to your face. Even though it may sound very tempting, you should wait until the whole story is revealed. Look deeper into the situation before deciding on taking any action. It's time to trust your inner radar that detects any ulterior motives behind new offers. As your fairy godmother, I bid you explore all the natural gifts and strengths. It's time to recognize and believe in them. By doing so, you will increase your abilities, and so too will your confidence to stand up and be counted sore. No longer will you be taken for granted or wish to settle for scraps. You are worth far more than that. Put past hurts, wells, and truly behind you, and step fully into your into your power. Wow. So that that really, if you have been taken advantage of, and if you have been hurt, or if you give so much and you expect people to, oh, I forgot, I wish I knew which sign I said this for. You give so much to people and you expect it in return. It may have been Libra, it may have been Leo and Virgo, where you assume that people know to do things back, right? So you assume by being a good person that if you do something good for a person, that they will know that they're supposed to do something good in return for you. Well, unfortunately, people suck and they're not like that. And people throw around the phrase, don't do something for me if you expect something back in return. But we're not talking about, oh, I loaned you $5, or, oh, I covered your meal one day, so you should cover it back for me. This is about people being decent and humane towards you. Now, if this does refer to you giving things in in a monetary, physical way, then yes, you shouldn't expect people to do that for you, but it would be nice if people were mutual and reciprocated that with you. So if you find yourself losing things financially or monetary because out of the goodness of your heart you're helping other people, you need to stop, and you're gonna go through that lesson, and it's up to you. We could go through this Chiron retrograde and you could feel all of these feelings and things, but at the end of it, it's for you to decide if you're gonna stay in that circle, or if you're gonna break free from those karmic ties, right? And then as far as like doing nice things for people and expecting them to be decent human beings in return, like if they are not on your level of compassion and human decency, humanity, like for all good, then why are you around them? And as blunt as that is, we are going through a phase where people are cutting off people left and right because there's such a huge humanitarian issue going on in the world right now. And it's not that difficult. You know, we're not talking about a certain religion, or we're not talking about certain ways of life. We're talking about decency on a human level, and treating people kind and with compassion. If people disagree with you on that, then that's not okay to accept and allow into your life, no matter how close they are or how close you think you are to them. You should, I know I am going to start cutting ties with people, and it's not on a, I hate you, I don't like you type of way. It's a, I'm just not gonna associate with you in the way that I once did. So, our last card. Sometimes the good is hidden. Oops. Okay. Sometimes the good is hidden. Oops. So this says, find the good in what they said or asked. It is always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Sherlock Lee, yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. So this message is kind of contradicting to the entire everything else, right? Because this is saying everyone has good intentions, or there's always a good in somebody, which is fair to give people the benefit of the doubt. But I feel like if you, I don't know, I'm the type of person, I always see the good in every situation, and that's how I treat everything until something shows me otherwise. So I guess is when you're looking for the good in something, but you're shown something different. It's you have to know when to cut back. You need to know when to see both. Because yeah, there is always good. So it's okay to be empathetic towards people, but it's up to you to allow yourself to be close to them or not. Everyone's anger stems from some type of pain, right? And that's fine. But you don't have to be involved in that energy. You could just accept it and carry on with yourself. Okay, so I am going to keep this super, super short, and I hope that you're at least aware of how you may be feeling now, and how you may start to be feeling, and what you need to process. And if you'd like, maybe in another reading I could get more into it and see what else comes out. But this is very broad, very, all across the board, and hopefully you were able to get a little bit of insight. So thank you again. Talk to you soon. Bye.